Namaste. Dear students, welcome you all to the first unit Fundamentals and Introduction to XHTML. I hope you all gone through the syllabus of web programming. In today's class, we are going to learn about the Internet, the World Wide Web, the Internet Protocol address, domain names, its role, how the web works and the HTTP protocol. Along with that, we are going to learn about different web browsers and web servers. Then what is Internet? Internet is a network of networks. It is the combination of the words interconnection and network which resulted into Internet, or simply called as net. The Internet linked each and every computer network in the world to one another in one or the other way. This may be through Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, optical fiber cable, etc. If you consider a simple handheld mobile wristwatch, the CCTV network, smart TV, and the famous personal assistant Alexa, all are linked to Internet. Nowadays, Internet occupied its place in controlling the bed lamp, washing machine, fridge, and even watering the garden from remote location also. The Internet is a wider network that allows computer networks around the world run by different companies, governments, universities, and other organizations to talk to one another. The result is mass of cables, computers, data centers, routers, servers, repeaters, satellites, and Wi-Fi towers that allows digital information to travel around the world. In technical way, the Internet is a global system of interconnected computer networks that uses the Internet Protocol suite, that is TCP/IP, to communicate between networks and devices. Let's have a look at a brief history of the Internet. The Internet started in 1960s as a way for government researchers to share information. In those days, computers were large and immobile, and in order to make use of information stored in any one computer, one had to either travel to the site of the computer or have magnetic computer tapes sent through the conventional postal systems. Another reason in the formation of Internet was the Cold War between different countries. As the Soviet Union launched satellite Sputnik, and it encouraged the US Defense Department to consider ways information could still be disseminated even after the nuclear attack. This eventually led to the formation of ARPANET, the network that ultimately evolved into what we now know as Internet. ARPANET was a great success, but membership was limited to certain academic and research organizations who had contract with the Defense Department. In response to this, other networks were created to provide information sharing. 1st January 1983 is considered as the official birthday of Internet. Before this, various computer networks did not have a standard way to communicate with each other. A new communication protocol was established called TCP/IP. This allowed different kinds of computer on different networks to talk to each other. ARPANET and Defense Data Network officially changed to TCP/IP standard on 1983, hence the birth of Internet. Then onwards, all networks could be connected by a universal language. Now we'll see World Wide Web. It is invented by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989. Generally, the World Wide Web, or simply web, is an imaginary space of information available on network of computers. It is a leading information retrieval service of the Internet. The web gives users access to vast array of documents that are connected to each other by means of hypertext or hypermedia links or hyperlinks. Hypertext allows the user to select a word or phrase from a text and thereby access other interconnected documents that contain additional information. These documents are often called as web pages, and they may include links to images, sounds, animation and movies. Nowadays, web and internet are interchangeably used. Actually, they are different. So what is the difference between web and internet? On the internet, you will find computers interconnected with the cables, but on the web you will find documents, audios, videos and lot of information. On the web, connections are hyperlinks. The web exists because of programs which communicate between computers on the net. There is no use of web without internet. The web made the net useful because people are really interested in information and don't really want to know about computers and cables. For example, most of all know to use Google, Gmail, newspapers, that is e-newspapers, watch movies on YouTube, but everyone should not necessarily know how it all works, what technology is there behind the scene. Web is a system that is interlinked via internet, whereas internet is a global computer network made by interconnected computers. Web consists of document, images, sounds, whereas in internet you will find only cablings, routers, switches and hardware devices. Web is a collection of electronic document. Here we find information to communicate. Web is one of the service run over the internet. Internet is a communication channel and it is an hardware infrastructure. Now we'll find what is IP address. IP address stands for Internet Protocol Address. It is an identifying number that is associated with a specific host or a computer on a computer network. Even to access each and every devices on a network or internet, the device should have a specific IP address. In IP address, there are two types or two versions based on the size as IP4 and IP6, where in IP4 4 bytes of numbers are used, whereas in IP6 6 bytes of addressing is used. IP4 was introduced in 1981 and it can support 4.3 billion addresses, that is 2 raised to 32 numbers of devices, whereas IP6 uses 128 bits of addresses, that is 2 raised to 128 nodes can be accessed. Now it's your turn. Calculate how many systems or devices you can access by IP6. So in a computer network, that is specifically in internet, in TCP/IP network, to access a computer, there should be an IP address. Suppose if I say search something like http://216.58.208.110, you will find it difficult to remember this arbitrary number separated by dots. In internet, to communicate with each other, the computer should have an IP address, but humans cannot remember all such numeric values to identify numerous devices on a network. So to avoid this tough task of remembering all IP addresses, new concept called domain name system was invented by Paul V. Mokapartis in 1983. Here the main goal of the domain name is to provide easily recognizable names to numerically addressed internet resources. Internet resources means all devices that are connected to internet such as computers, printers, servers, routers and so on. A domain name may represent entire collection of such resources or individual instances. Individual internet host computers use domain names as host identifiers, which are also known as host names. The term hostname is also used for leaf label in a domain name system, usually without further subordinate namespace. So here is an example of a URL. Let's consider an address https://www.youtube.com. Here this HTTPS is a transmission protocol and the www is a subdomain, YouTube is a host name, .com is a second level of domain. You can see the hierarchy of the domain names in the chart. Let's have a look at how the DNS works. Say for example, a user hits a web address mywebsite.com. The request is forwarded to Internet Service Provider. This ISP then forwards that DNS request to DNS server to get the IP address. Now the DNS server will check for IP address in its lookup table based on the given domain name and will send the IP address back to the web client. On resolving the IP of a web URL, say mywebsite.com, in this case the actual web request is forwarded over internet based on the IP address given by the domain name over the internet to the destination. So now we'll see how HTTP is working. Here web client put a request on his browser and hits the query, then HTTP request is sent to the web server over the internet, and in response the web server will find the required document in the server and it will respond back with the HTTP protocol to the client. On getting the response, the browser engine which is there in the client system will render the page and display the content. This is called the request response cycle. Now we'll see a web browser, or simply called as a browser. It is a software application for accessing information on the World Wide Web. When a user requests a web page from a particular website, the web browser retrieves the necessary content from the web server and then displays the page in the browser window. In web pages, there will be link to different images, videos, PDFs, etc. and browser will get each and every resource independently and display the content in a proper order. Most common web browsers we find in these days are Chrome from Google, Internet Explorer from Microsoft, Firefox from Mozilla, Safari from Apple, Opera and many more from different developers. A web server is a server software or hardware dedicated to running this software that can satisfy client requests on the World Wide Web. A web server can, in general, contain one or more websites. A web server processes incoming network requests over HTTP and several other related protocols. Web server system remains ready to serve the client requests or queries that act only when requests are made to them by a browser running on other computers on the internet. The web client-server model is a distributed application structure. Here, tasks or workloads are distributed among the providers of resources or service called servers and service requests called clients. The server shares its resources among different clients. The client and server may remain on the same system or network, or may be on a different system or even different networks over internet. Now we'll learn how web server operates. It performs few steps. Initially, web server remains in a listening mode. As it gets request from the client, first it checks whether the request is authorized or not. Now we'll check out operation of a web server. When a web server starts its execution, it informs operating system that it is ready to accept request on specific port over HTTP protocol. Web client opens a network connections with a web service and send request to the web server. The primary task of a server is to monitor communication on specific port depending on the type of the service and accept HTTP command through that port and perform operations specified by these commands. When the request from the client is received by the server, it is translated either into a file name or a program name. If it is a file name, then requested file is transferred to the client, and if this is the program name, then the program is executed within the server and its outputs are sent to the client over HTTP. In web, there are various web servers. Now we'll see just Apache server and IIS. Apache is the most popular web server in world, developed by Apache Software Foundation. Apache Web Server is an open source software and can be installed in almost all operating systems, including Linux, Unix, Windows, FreeBSD, Mac OS, and more. About 60% of the web server machines run on the Apache server. The Internet Information Server is a high-performance web server developed by Microsoft team. This web server run on Windows NT 2000 or 2003 or the higher versions. IIS comes bundled with the Windows and IIS comes bundled with the Windows version. Because IIS is tightly integrated with the operating system, so it is relatively easy to administrate. Now I conclude this class. So in the today's class you learned about World Wide Web as a way of exchanging information, the difference between internet and the web, and understood about the IP address, domain name, its working, its role, HTTP and different web browsers and servers. Thank you students. We will meet in the next video. Till then, bye. Take care.